Good kill!
Hey guys, how you doing? We're back here again for our second attempt at the F-18 Hornet versus the Iranian F-14 Tomcats. We got our butt kicked the first time. If you haven't seen the first video, I will link it in the comment section below so you can watch that. But we're here again for round 2 and we're going to see how it goes this time. We're going to try our luck for a second time. Alright guys, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, my tank's ready to drop. I'm on 80 mile scan.
Roger.
You can have the lead.
Roger. It's nothing happy to be the lead for facing against Tomcats.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah. Alrighty.
Alright, tank jettison.
I've already got rid of it.
Copy.
Alright, radar contact.
Yep, I see it. 260 for 75.
Copy.
I'm on your 5 o'clock low.
Roger. Got visual. Alright, I see the wingman.
Yeah, copy, I see him.
Wingman is far behind.
Yep, that's perfect.
.40 knockmas. Missile fired. Missile fired on me.
Okay, affirm. Yeah, he's got me locked up.
I'll do the notch in 20 seconds.
Copy that. I'm gonna fox right after you.
Roger. 24 nautical miles. Fox 3, going offensive.
Copy. 22 miles. 21 miles. 20 miles. 19. 18. Fox 3. Defensive.
Roger.
Hitting the
Oh!
notch.
Shit.
Did you die?
Yeah.
Shit.
Got
Come on, bro. You can't leave me up here alone with this. Okay, I'm in the notch. Oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Shit.
Nice, nice, nice. Oh, oh, that's close. Splash!
I got another one.
Nice,
I got another one for him. Yes, there he
nice
goes.
One. Yeah.
He's out. He's out for the count. There we go. Hey.
Victory!
Dude, my hands are sweating so hard. Goddamn Tomcat.
You dodged a Phoenix from 10 nautical miles. 9 maybe.
Oof, oof.
Big time, big time.
Yeah, I was 100% sure that was gonna hit me. 100%. 100%. Goddamn. Comrades. So here we are in the TAC view section for this this little fight. I finally managed to kill these Tomcats. Let me tell you a little bit about our tactic before we get started here. So this, what you can see here, is what we got on our radar screen. Okay, so we could see that the two Tomcats had a separation of what on our radar screen looked like about 10 nautical miles, but you know, give or take a few nautical is not a big deal. So we could see that they were, this looks like a line formation, but like not a good one. I mean, this is just AI being stupid, but the fact that they separated their formation like this allowed us to fight one at a time, okay, which is not good for the Tomcats, essentially. Alright, so what happened was, I mean, our tactic was that the one aircraft was going to, both aircraft were going to push on the leader here, and whatever he did, whichever one he engaged, the other guy would press. The first guy that got engaged would go defensive and try to survive that first missile launch, and the second guy would take him out. Once we took him out, it was going to be a 2 versus 1 fight. Ideally, you know, we would both survive and we would both take on the wingman. So that was the tactic we were going for. We come to about here. Jay takes the lead in this formation, and there's that first Phoenix fired here. 1 second. There we go. And that looks like about 50 nautical miles. Oh no, because it's to the other guy. There we go. Yeah, I was going to say that's a little too far for AI to be firing. So here we go. At about 32 nautical miles, they fire off the Iranian wingman. Sorry, the Iranian leader is going to fire off the Phoenix missile. And Jay is going to fire off his Fox 3. Obviously, he has no intention of this hitting, no expectation of this hitting the leader here. What he's doing is just trying to give him something to worry about. Alright, so he's going to fire a missile at him and make him do some stupid stuff. Alright, Jay is going to go defensive here, and he's going for essentially a vertical notch, but it is difficult to pull at this altitude. Unfortunately, he was pretty fast going down and not correctly lined up 90 degrees down, as we can see from these multiple perspectives. And he ends up eating a Phoenix missile at Mach 2. So that's unfortunate for Jay. Jay, I know he was pissed about this because he's actually a very competent pilot. On the server, he splashes Tomcats all day long. But this is a good example of why it's important to get the timing perfect on a Phoenix launch. Because if you don't, go defensive quick enough, it takes you just a couple of seconds too long, you're going to get yourself killed. Okay, and that's what happened here with Jay. He got just a little too ambitious with his press, and he didn't, dive out of there in time. So he's dead. All right, so that's a lesson to be learned, that even a competent pilot can get killed by these Phoenix missiles. They're not something to play around with. So here we go. That's Master Jay's AMRAAM here. I pressed into about, I got really close to him. Yeah, I fire mine at 17 nautical miles, which is, pretty close. And Jay's missile, oh, I'm actually surprised. Look at this. Jay's missile, is that a hit? I guess. That looks like just leg or something, but it looks like Jay gets the credit for that kill. So that must feel decent. He got killed, but at least he splashed the Iranian leader. And then, my AMRAAM here finishes him off, but he was already dead anyway. So that's Jay's kill right there. That's nice. Alright. So then it's me. And so if you can see here, I've entered a notch. Alright, a notch is a 90-degree... actually, you know what? I've actually entered here. This is called a beam. Okay, let me see my altitude here. No, my altitude is 20,000 feet. So this is a notch. Okay, the way that a notch separates from a beam is when you're painted across a clear blue sky. Okay, a notch is when the radar is looking down at you. Okay, and when you go into the notch, it can't tell you apart from the ground clutter. Okay, this is a notch. A beam is when the radar is co-altitude with you, so you're painted across the sky, or it's below you. Okay, like a SAM site. You can't notch a SAM site because you can never get below its radar. Okay. I mean, maybe if it was placed on a mountain or something, but you know what I mean. So yeah, this is a notch. F-14 radars are not so good when it comes to picking out the ground clutter and all that stuff. So this guy's having a little bit of trouble here. He's at 27,000 feet. I'm at 20,000 feet. So he is looking down just slightly. He at this point can visually see me. He doesn't even need to get his radar lock. But what's happening here is I'm not allowing him to lock me up and fire a Phoenix. Alright? So what he's doing is he's trying to press in so he can maybe get a Sidewinder solution. At this point, I start to get a little bit brave, very stupidly, and I turn back in. And I exit the notch, right? Having exited the notch, because I'm trying to turn back in so I can get an AMRAAM off at him, right? This is called notching to merge. So what I'm doing is I'm notching and hoping that he presses me. Once he's close enough that he's inside of the minimum range of the Phoenix missile, I can turn in and avoid any kind of Phoenix launches. So that's what happened here, except that I turned in a little too soon, and he got a Phoenix launch at 8.5 nautical miles, which is very close. Very close. Alright, so there's that Phoenix launch. So at this point I realized I'd made a big mistake. So I'm going to turn back in to the notch. I'm going to try to anyway. I have seconds to react. I'm not hitting a good notch against the missile. So at this point what I do is, it's very obvious my problem. You know, the missile's coming like this, and my aspect is like this, right? So this is not a notch. If I want a notch, I need to be like this, all right? So what I'm going to do is just let the missile get closer, maybe to about here, okay? And then what I'm going to do is turn into this direction. Okay, so I know what direction I need to turn in order to achieve the notch, but I'm just going to turn in this direction and drop chaff at the same time. And watch what happens here. Okay, that missile has me perfectly. Sorry, I sped it up there. So So that missile has me perfectly, and then in the last second, as I turn in, right, so notice this, there's the turn in. I'm going to come this way, okay, and I'm going to drop chaff the whole time. And what's going to happen here is that for a second or two, I'm going to enter a notch as I make this rotation. Okay, that second or two of entering the notch theoretically would save my life. That's what I was thinking. And as I enter it and I drop the chaff, you can see the missile goes stupid. All right. Now, what's happening here is the missile is going to figure out what it's doing right around here. It's going to realize that I am not, I'm out of the notch and that it screwed it up. I don't even think the seeker head can maybe see this far, but even if it does, it can't turn back in. It's going way too fast. It doesn't have this kind of maneuverability. All right, so it's just going to shoot right by. Gone. Alright, so that's about it. And then at this point, I'm going to turn back into the Tomcat. At this point, I had a visual on him, and I did not see the AIM-9 launch. Okay, I just made an assumption. It was an assumption that an AIM-9 would be fired at this range, because that's what I would do. And that's exactly what he did. Okay, you can see that, you know, he's fired it, and I still haven't flared. So I didn't see the launch. Alright, I fire off an AMRAM because I thought he was further than this. I didn't realize exactly how close he was. So there goes my AMRAM. And there's the flares, right, just in anticipation. And look at that. AIM-9 is like just misses me by 55 feet. Holy shit. Ah, come on. Just trying to see exactly how close that missile comes. 40 feet. So the AIM-9 is going to miss me by 40 feet. Okay, sorry about that. That took I was kind of stupid there. So yeah, that missile is going to miss me by about 40 feet. My AMRAM is not going to track because it's too close. It won't be able to maneuver in to hit the target. Again, I'm going to fire off a second AMRAM just in the heat of the moment, you know, not really using my brain. Fire off a second AMRAM because I thought the first one didn't track. I didn't realize it was because of a maneuverability problem. And obviously this is again too close for an AMRAM, so both of those are trash now. And he has one Sidewinder and I got two, except that mine are AIM-9Xs, right? So as we pull around here, I'm going to fire off an AIM-9X, which is obviously going to hit him at this aspect. Easy kill. He drops two flares. That's nowhere near enough to beat an AIM-9X. The countermeasure resistance on those things is just unbelievable. And there's the second one right here. I got nicely on a 6 just to guarantee a hit, even though it would hit anyway. There it is. That's a kill. And that is how I finally killed the two Tomcats. We're going to do it again probably in another video where I'm going to use an F-15 or something like that. So we'll see if it's easier than an F-15. It's definitely difficult in the Hornet, and the fact that it doesn't have a TWS mode, but you know, it is what it is. Finally pulled it off. So the trick is to notch the Phoenix missiles and then merge with the F-14. Okay, even if you don't merge with them, okay, if you can turn your head in and get off an AMRAM in pretty close proximity within the effective range of the AMRAM, depending on your altitude, at 30,000 feet, that would be close to like 15, 16 nautical miles is a good place to fire an AMRAM. So within the effective range, if you can turn back in and get an AMRAM off and then re-enter the notch, you actually could have a chance against a Tomcat. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.